Okay, now that we have our script ready, in this lecture I'm going to show you how to compile it to an executable and how to change its icon. The script is written in a scripting language called Autoit. Now Autoit doesn't come pre-installed in Kali, but it gets installed when you install vil, and since we're using a vil backdoor, then there's no way you can be at this point without installing vil. That's why I'm not going to cover how to install Autoit, but you can literally just download it and run the installer using Wine. So Autoit should be already installed for you by now, and now all we have to do is first rename this file and change the extension from a .txt to a .au3. Then we're going to go to all programs and look for compile. So I'm going to type in compile in here, and you'll see that I have the application that will compile Autoit scripts for me. So I'm going to click on that. And this is very simple. As you can see, the first thing that it asks you for is the source Autoit script. And that's the file that we made. So I'm just going to click on browse, and you'd have to navigate to downloads from here, but I'm already in downloads. So I'm just going to click on it and click on open. You can also set where it's going to be stored, but I'm just going to keep it to be stored at the downloads. And then you can see here, you can actually change the icon and use a custom icon. To do this, we'll have to first download an icon that represents our file. Now, if your file was a PDF, then you can just come into this website, which is called Icon Archive, and then download, just look for a PDF or MP3, and you'll see icons that represent these files. However, in my case, I'm trying to use an image as the file that the person sees, and Windows usually shows a preview of the image. It doesn't really show a specific icon for images. So what I want to do is I want to convert the GTR image to an icon. And to do that, I'm just going to go to Google and just Google image to icon. Now I've actually tried a few of them, and the best one that preserved the quality was this one, RW Designer. So you can try different ones on your own time, and what you want to do now is download the image that you want to make an icon of. And in my case, I want the same image that the person will see, so I'm just gonna save it and save it in the downloads. That's fine. And then in here we're gonna go to browse to select it, and we have the image here. Double click, and then we're gonna keep this to icon for Windows 7 or Vista. That's fine. And I'm just gonna click on download. This will convert it to an icon for me, a .ico. So I can just click on OK to save it. And then I'm gonna go back to my compiler, and we're gonna set the option in here, the icon. I'm gonna click on browse and select the icon that we just downloaded. Now again, in your case, you might have to navigate to root from here and then go to downloads. And then we have the icon in here, the one that we just created. I'm gonna click on open, and that's it. All the options are set. So all we had to do for this is set the location for the script and then set the icon in here. I'm gonna click on convert, and that has generated the file for me. Gonna click on OK, and I'm just gonna close everything. Now you can see we have the executable in here. So this is a .exe, and this one was the old script. So when you're sending to the target, you want to be sending the exe, the executable here. I'm just gonna rename this to GTR image, and then I'm gonna copy it, and I'm gonna put it in my web server at var www html evil files. Before downloading this at the target computer, you want to listen for incoming connections from Metasploit, and I showed you how to do that before. So right now I'm only gonna do show options to show you the options that I've set. And if you don't remember how to do this, then please go back to the listening for incoming connections lecture, as I explained all of this in details. For now, I'm only going to do exploit to wait for incoming connections. Now everything's ready. I'm going to go to the Windows machine and download the file. So the file is going to be at http 1020.14.213 evil files gtr image.exe. I'm going to hit enter and we're going to save the file. And as you can see, we see a file that has an icon, that's an image icon, which has a preview of the image, so it's very representative. And if we double click this file and run it, you see that we get an image that corresponds to the icon. But if we go to the Kali machine, you'll see that we got an interpreter session here. And basically now we hacked into the target computer and we can do anything that we want there. So just to confirm, I'm going to do sysinfo. And as you can see now, we're inside the target computer and we have full access to it. We managed to do this with a file that has an icon of an image and actually displayed an image to the target person. And like I said, this method can be used to combine our backdoor or evil file with any file that you want, with an image, with a PDF, with a song, or anything that the target person is interested in.